like, subscribe, and leave a comment. So here's your review of AEW Collision, the week commencing the 13th of May. It's Saturday. Yeah, so it starts off with the BCC, which is Bryan Danielson and Claudio Castagnoli. I think that's how you pronounce his name, versus the Top Flight in a great match. It was just them two. There was no action Andrade. It was just them four wrestling. Really good match. Go and watch. You haven't seen it, but in the end, the BCC get the victory. Then after the show, basically, Bryan Danielson says he's basically showing his appreciation for AEW, and everyone says the catchphrase is, "This is where the best wrestle," and he also calls out the Young Bucks for their recent actions. Then we have Will Ospreay versus Lee Moriarty. Come on now. Will Ospreay won that, obviously, and then Roderick Strong does come out and watch the match, and they do jump Will Ospreay as well. Then we have the Embassy versus some guys. The Embassy get the victory. Then after the match, Brian Cage was asked why did they turn on Swerve. They said basically Swerve was selfish. He left the Embassy, the mogul MC, high and dry, and he just went off and did his thing. Him and Prince Nana apparently are selfish. Then we heard whose house? Swerve comes out. He just takes out everybody with chairs, with chains, with steel steps, with cinder blocks, and Swerve got his revenge. Then Swerve basically calls out the Embassy for what they did and what they were trying to do. He thought they were people they could trust, but they're not. And he's saying he was trying to be a company guy, trying to be a nice guy. Now he's going back to being the old Swerve. So watch out, basically. Then we have Tommy from like sort of Dynamite Kid Heritage versus Dax Harwood in a great match, but in the end Dax got the victory. Then we have Christopher Daniels calling out the Young Bucks for what happened in the back. They had a little run-in, so we'll see what happens there. Then we have Dax Harwood also calling out Okada, said he's ready to face Okada anytime, and I believe they're gonna have a match on Dynamite. Then we have Thunder Rosa versus some woman. I can't remember the woman's name. Renegade something, I can't remember, apologies, but Thunder Rosa obviously gets the victory. Then we have Johnny and Taya Valkyrie basically said they were calling out Canada, and Johnny calls out Pac for a match. Let's see. Then we have Hook call out Chris Jericho, and it says to Chris Jericho he wants to show him what it's really all about. He doesn't believe he's seen the best of Hook, so Hook is going to show him what it's all about when they meet next. Then in the main event, it's Adam Copeland versus Kyle O'Reilly for the TNT title. Really good match. Go and watch it. The crowd was sort of on Kyle O'Reilly's side over edge there over Adam Copeland, because I think that was in Kyle's hometown, but really good match. Go and watch it if you haven't seen it. But in the end, on this day, Adam Copeland defends his TNT title.